Alright guys, so my car was due for an oil change, and I know I've done a couple DIYs on this subject before, so every time I've done a video on it, you guys have given me suggestions on things that I can try just to make life a little bit easier as you're changing the oil. So this video is going to be less of a DIY and just more of some tips and tricks to make your next oil change a little bit easier. So yeah, let's get right into it. Check your oil level. Before draining the old oil, it's a good idea to note the current level of the oil to see if it's decreased since the last time you checked the level. It's natural for cars to consume a small amount of oil over time, but if you notice that the level is unusually low, it could indicate a leak or another problem. My next tip is to just get yourself a designated oil drain pan like this one. I got this on Amazon for I think $10, but this just makes it so much easier. All the oil drains into this container, and then it's even got a cap on it, so if you wanted to, you could just take this whole thing to the store to recycle the oil. They'll just pour it out and hand you this container back. So previously, I was just using this bucket, as you can see, and this works if this is all that you have, but it makes it really hard to pour the old oil back into the bottle, especially because when the oil warms this up, it gets really flexible, so I would always spill oil everywhere. So get yourself one of these, $10, it's going to make your life a whole lot easier. Before you start touching the oil, always put on some gloves. Used motor oil is a known carcinogenic, and while doing a couple oil changes per year probably isn't going to give you skin cancer, it doesn't hurt to just be safe, not to mention it keeps your hands nice and clean. Get your drain pan into position and then unscrew the drain plug with a 17mm socket. Alright, so for your oil filter cap, I highly recommend picking up one of these actual oil filter wrenches. This one is an 86mm 16 flute, so it's got 16 sides on it, and this is going to be used for most BMW models, so I will link this exact one down below if you want to check that out. But prior to having this, I always just used to do this by hand, and you probably know this, sometimes it's a real pain to try to unscrew it by hand. It doesn't want to come off. And then when you're going to screw it back on, sometimes it's kind of tricky to get it tight enough to the point where sometimes the oil might leak out. But having this guarantees that you're going to have a really easy time getting it off, and then when you go to put it back in, it's really easy to just get it to the correct tightness every time. So pick one up if you don't already have one. So one thing that I've learned from 4 years of doing oil changes on this car is to always use these man filters. And now that might sound like an advertisement, maybe it is, I don't know, but the one time that I switched to a different brand, even though it was the right part number and everything, it didn't fit quite right. And then about a mile down the road, I had the low oil light come on, and I looked under here, there was oil everywhere leaking out. So after that, I just always use these. I'll link this exact one down below in case you have the same car. It is the 816X. The man filter, and this comes with all the gaskets and everything that you need in the box. So yeah, let's go ahead and put this in. When it comes to these little rubber gaskets on the filter, I used to just cut them off because I just thought that was like the easiest way to get them off, and then a subscriber pointed out to me you really want to keep these in good condition just in case you go to put the new one on and it breaks, or maybe you just have really bad luck and the filter that you bought didn't include the right gasket. That way you have a backup just in case. Once you've replaced both rubber gaskets, go ahead and snap the new filter in place. As you're tightening the filter cap, you can see this really faint blue dot right there, and that needs to match up with the little blue dot that's on the actual filter housing itself. So just go ahead and tighten this up until these two dots line up. Obviously, before filling the car back up with oil, we need to put this drain plug back in, and first we need to replace this crush washer. Now these are designed to flatten out as you're tightening it, which creates a really good seal, so these have to be replaced every time. Your oil filter is supposed to include one, so just put that new one back on, and then screw this back into the car. Hand tighten the drain plug before tightening into 18 pound-feet of torque. Alright guys, now it's time to fill the car back up with oil, but first leave a comment down below and let me know what brand of oil you guys like to use and a little explanation of why you think that that's the best oil. Here in the automotive community, it seems like people are more loyal to the brand of oil that they're using in their car than they are with members of their own family, which is kind of sad. But I've just been using this Castrol European formula, but if you guys have a different recommendation for me, go ahead and leave a comment down below. the last step is to just check your oil dipstick and make sure that everything's at the proper level. Alright guys, well I hope that those tips helped you. Whether it's your first time ever changing the oil or you've done it 100 times, there's always one or two little things that we can tweak here and there to just make it a little bit easier. So give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. As always, all the links to the products will be down below, and leave a comment letting me know what oil you use on your car. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.